Opening command prompt, I want to go to my desktop. So cd desktop. Once there, I want to enter another folder. This folder is called tutorials. And now I want to create a folder. So make dir, and I'm going to call it test1. So all I did was make it, so now I want to go into it, so cd test1. Let's open up VS Code, code space period, and there she goes. Yes, I trust myself, so I'm just going to click on this, and there you go. So let's open a new terminal in VS Code, and it automatically opens up with PowerShell. I'm not a fan, so I'm going to use git bash. I'm going to close the PowerShell terminal. All right, let's go ahead and create a file. So touch, and I'm just going to call it hello.js. And there she goes. She pops up in the GUI, and I'm going to code something simple. Console.log, hello GitHub. I'm going to make sure to save my file. And now I'm ready to make a new repository. I'm going to call it test1 just to keep it simple. No readme and create repository. So now I'm ready to initialize my repo in my folder. And I want to add my file. And I'm going to commit. Oh, there's a problem. I'm going to make sure that I am signed in with my username and my email for GitHub. So git config --global user.name and then my name on GitHub. And now I want to do my email. Git config --global user.email and then my email address for this GitHub account. Now I want to make sure that I did that correctly. So git config --global --list and then --show. Let's go ahead and see what I'm missing. All right, it's --show-origin. So --show-origin. And oh look, my email's correct and my username's correct. So I did actually configure that correctly. And so let's try the commit one more time. And it worked. Onward to setting my branch. And my remote origin. Using the link from my new repo. And now we're ready to push. Oh no, fatal error again, invalid username and password because I'm not logged in to GitHub. So let's create an access token. You're going to go to your main page, or your profile, I should say, settings, and down to where it says developer settings. And so here we're going to choose personal access token, but there's a beta. Let's use the classic. And generate new token. You can add a note. You can make it for as long as you want. I'm just going to do 7 days because this is just a test. Select repo, go down, generate token. So here it is. Make sure to copy your personal access token now. You won't be able to see it again. So copy. I go back to VS Code. I'm going to try my push one more time because the second time something will happen. I get my sign in. So we're going to select on token. And we're going to paste that access key here. We're going to sign in. And it worked. So if I go back to my repo, it's there. There's my file. I'm going to close this folder and we're going to do that again. So new terminal. Once again, PowerShell. Let's open Git Bash instead. So using the terminal this time, I'm going to go to my desktop. I'm going to go into the tutorials folder and I'm going to create a new directory called test2. And now that I'm in test2, I'm going to go ahead and create a new JS file. So touch and secondtry.js. I'm going to go ahead and open it using the GUI. So go to tutorials, test2, and there's my file that I just created on the VS Code terminal. And I'm going to console log something simple. So here I'm going to try to show another way. You don't have to use an access token. So creating my new repo, and I'm going to do the process all over again. This time it'll be called test2. Create repository. Open my terminal in VS Code, and you know what? Let's go ahead and set Git Bash as the default. And I don't have to worry about PowerShell anymore. Close that, or delete it, I should say. So git init. We're going to add this file. We're going to commit. And we're going to go ahead and select our branch, main, add the remote origin link. And we're ready to push. So when I push this time, it works because of our access token. So back to settings, developer settings, personal tokens. There's my token. Because of that, it worked this time. So let's delete it. I'm going to make a change to the file. So back to the repos. I'm going to add something. So console.log. I am making a change. Make sure to save it. And let's try to push again. I'm going to clear the terminal. So git add a new git commit message. I made a change, so I'm updating the file. And let's try to push. I get the same fatal error. I need to sign in. So let's push again to get that pop-up. But this time, instead of token, we're going to sign in with your browser. And so it's like, hey, do you authorize us? Yes. And there you go. It worked.